Hello everyone out there, welcome to the channel. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you are ready for another sneaker review. So today with me, I have another release that dropped this past November that I'm just getting around to recording, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Today with me, if you have not seen the title yet, I have the Air Jordan Fear 4, which is not the first time this shoe has released, but that is okay. It seems like towards the back half of the year, we did get a lot of shoes that were released that had already previously released several years ago, but that's okay. It's cool just to get these shoes that have dropped a long time ago and get them again, because some of them are some really dope colorways, especially with this Fear 4 and some of the history that is tied to this shoe. Now, if you're not familiar with the Fear 4s, they did come in the Fear pack, which featured the Air Jordan 3, of course the Air Jordan 4, and then the Air Jordan 5, and those released back in 2013. Now, that shoe and that whole aspect of the shoe came from the Becoming Legendary campaign that started in 2008. And basically that campaign in 2008 paid homage to Michael Jordan and 23 years of basketball success, and just the whole startup of the Air Jordan line and just what all Michael Jordan was able to do for that shoe. So everything is just tied into this Fear pack. And of course, like I mentioned, we got 3 different shoes, but right now we did get the Fear pack, or the Fear 4, excuse me, that released back in November. I say the Fear pack because they were called the Fear pack because it had literally a pack of shoes. So this one, just like I mentioned, has a lot of history behind it. And one of the slogans, look, I had to pull up my phone, one of the slogans from a commercial that is just echoed through the shoe, and just one of the themes of the shoe is when Jordan expressed in one commercial, "I'm scared of what I won't become. You're scared of what I could become." And like I mentioned, this theme is just tied to this shoe specifically, and just the Fear pack overall. So let's go ahead and jump into the review. Of course, starting with the box. So you do see words written dealing with that quote that I just mentioned. And then, of course, it is in all black. You do see the different materials on the words compared to the box. And, of course, the white Jordan Jumpman logo. And then just going around the rest of the box, you do see a speckled pattern. But this is a really nice, sleek box. Not too much with it, which is honestly not a bad idea, or not a bad deal, honestly. Now, going to the label reads Air Jordan 4 Retro. The colorway is black, white, anthracite, and black. This is a size 11.5 in men's, which of course is my personal size. And then going into the inside, similar to what's on the outside of the lid, you do have the same style writing on the paper here. So that is wrapped all the way around that paper. And then also sticking with things being wrapped with the shoe does come individually wrapped. So when I pulled one pair, or the pair out the box, this is how they come wrapped up. Just so you are aware. So if you do plan on getting these in the future at some point, they do come wrapped like this. Now let's jump back to the shoe. So once again, this is the Air Jordan 4 Fear, and give you all that quick 360 of these. And just another quality shoe, in my opinion, that they did a good job on. Of course, I've done the Air Jordan 11 Legend Blue review, and then I did the Black Cement 3 review the other day as well. And both of those shoes had really nice quality. And this one is no different. It's nice to see good quality shoes, especially on shoes that are releasing again several years after the fact. So jumping into the shoe, starting off with the outsole, do have a black and white outsole, white Jordan Jumpman logo on the bottom there. And then moving up to the midsole, 2 different colors on the midsole here. Well, 3 almost really. So you have a kind of grayish and then white midsole here going around the front of the toe box, and then continuing on towards the back. Now you do see that speckled paint pattern here, the white speckles on the black heel portion there, which is a nice touch with this shoe. And then one subtle detail that I really like, if you can see it in here, there is a visible air unit, but it does have some red in there, which is like a nice touch with the shoe, in my opinion. It's not too loud, but if you're really looking at the details of the shoe, that does stand out in my opinion. Now going up to the upper, this shoe is made up pretty much of suede, and yeah, pretty much suede all around. The suede material, it's like a thin suede, so if you prefer the thin suede, this one is for you. But if not, then I understand. Not everybody is a fan of it just because it can scratch easily, but it's just kind of your own personal opinion on what you like. But just going back in here, you have different color materials on here. So you have gray, like a darker gray, and then you have that darker gray that wraps all the way to the front. And on top of the toe box here, of course, going around the front of the toe box, you do see some light gray suede that does wrap all the way around. Another hint of that speckled pattern right there. And then just continuing back around more of that dark gray. Now on the back of the shoe, you do have a white Jordan Jumpman logo. You do have the heel tab here as well in black. And then continuing on to the mesh paneling on here, it is in black. That's on both sides of the shoe. Or that rubber caging paneling material that they use right there. Same on top of the toe box here, right here. Same with that, more of that rubber caging. Black laces with these. I don't think they come with any additional laces. I'll check the other shoe, but I don't believe they do. And then continuing on, you do have the white eye stays or white lace stays on here. The rubber pieces there in white. Nice touch on the shoe. They do pop very well. And then going to the tongue now, this cardboard piece does come over the tongue when you get the shoe, but it literally just slides right out. And then we have a white tongue tag with the black Jordan Jumpman logo on there. Now moving to the interior of the shoe, let's start with the insole. So you do have a black insole with these white Jordan Jumpman logo. And of course you do have the side sticker on here as well. And then for the shoe tree, I lost it, but I will show you. Oh, here it is. For the shoe tree, paper shoe tree. Nothing different from what we've gotten recently with a lot of the Jordans, but you do see the paper shoe tree there. Now going to the rest of the inside of the shoe, you do have a white sock liner, and that does wrap all the way around that interior there. And same on the back of the tongue, as well as the tongue tag on the back in black, the black tongue tag, white lettering on there. There we go. Now that is pretty much the shoe, and I can say all the production date on these. Production date was April 17, 2024 to June 6, 2024. So earlier in the year when these were made, and of course they're released in November. Now going to the other shoe, I'm going to unwrap this one so y'all can get a look at both shoes. Really no differences in the two, and just to confirm, no additional laces with these, but just giving y'all a quick 360 over these so you can see what they look like. Like I mentioned, just no differences in the two, but quality wise they are pretty similar to each other, which is good to see. No real major differences between the two, but overall that is the Air Jordan Fear 4. Once again, there's another look at the shoe. Let me know if you were able to cop these when they dropped this past November. Did you know copying, or did you pass on them? Let me know your thoughts overall on them. Like I mentioned, this was a shoe that released back in 2013, so if you copped the original Fear 4s, let me know your thoughts if you were able to get this pair, what the difference between the two. I didn't have the original Fear 4, so this is my first time having this shoe in hand. Honestly, not a bad shoe. A lot different compared to some of the other colors that we get, especially with the two-tone gray and then the black and then the speckle pattern on here as well. But I like it. I think it's something different and unique with this Jordan 4. Now, like I mentioned, let me know in the comments if you were able to cop this shoe, if you liked them, if you passed on them. Let me know your overall thoughts on this shoe. As always, I do appreciate y'all for stopping in. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, turn on the notification bell so you can stay today when I post new content. Like I told y'all in that first video I did to start this year, I'm getting consistent this year, so a lot more videos to drop hopefully soon. Just going to keep recording and keep posting stuff. But as always, I do appreciate y'all for rolling with me. Stay safe and stay blessed, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.